Umuthi ndauga ndimurutire o hanini tu tondu ndirigite gukaraihu muthenya na kumuonia jango. Hena andu manjiraga nyingire ndimuonie uria iciciariaga riu kuu nikuo ndi ngwambite guthii gucera kidogo ndauga nyambe nyingire kidogo ndimuonie kuria iciciariaga kuria marima ma iki kuria mari na tondu ndiramenya kwina neti kana guti netiora gutikagia gutikajuge tondu ndiri nyimurajitirie ndenda kumuonia kuria iki cikoragwo ekono muririkane kuria mutumia waririrwo ni hiti. I'm just around less than 100 meters kuma haria mutumia ura waririrwo ni hiti ari. So I'm just less than 100 meters from there. So kidogo tu ndimuonie marima macio kuria mari. Just show you where those caves are. And then it might be just a small clip to show you where these hyenas are hiding. That is in Gachororo. Yeah, I just passed by and then I said that because I have taken time before I show you those places, then I decided let me just take you a walk. Just a small walk. That's why I'm even wondering if the net will be able to cover those areas. That is where I'm heading. Let me overturn the camera because it will be fair enough for me to turn the camera so that you can see where I'm taking you, rather than just taking the selfie. These are sheep. Kuna mbuzi huwa zinalishwa huku, but then hizi sheep wakilisha then let me see. Tutiratigera huko tutiratigera kwena andu muthenya by the way hiti cikoragwo during the daytime. The hyenas are very sleepy. They are not daytime scavengers or the hunters. During the day they are very sleepy. They are even hiding. But during the night, that is when they start now doing the exploration. So huku I was being told that hata usiku ukiweza on Hawaii around 6-7 there, if you happen to leave your goods, then by 6 kama utakuwa umezichukua, then there is a possibility they will be victims. You see those find huko find huko the find huko marima mari na niko do accessible no riu guku guo ni it was quarry. This was quarry. Those far end. I've decided to take you for a small picnic because it has taken long before I do this. It has taken oh my god, there is a cliff here. Oh my god, there is a cliff here. I cannot be able to jump. Oh my god, I need to go back so that I go down the cliff. There is a cliff here. I thought maybe these will be easier. Unaona hizi vichaka huko, vichaka ndiko huwa zina hide. Idhakaini ishi better sasa muritisha video za kwenye hyena huwa zinajificha. You know those, unaona hizo caves kule, that very far end. Yeah, welcome. That very far end is there are caves there. That's where the hyenas do hide. How are you, brother? Na tuzemezane. Hope you are good. I want to go back. That's why I'm trying to go back so that I can go down the cliff. There is a small cliff there that I cannot be able to go down. Therefore, let me go back so that I can go down the cliff so that you can see. And then there are some kind of people who are grazing. But what I know is that what I've been told is that these grazers, they don't stay here maybe past 5, because from there now the hyenas will start now coming out of the caves, and then they are going now to start now hunting. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very, very careful. Trying to go back trying to go back so that I can show you some of these hiding places. I'm seeing some guy here who is also trying to do some kind of visiting this area. If you can remember, there was a case where there was a woman who was eaten by the fish, by the hyena. I'm just less than 200 meters from where I am standing, less than 200 meters from where the incident took place. Yeah. This is very, very interior. Very, 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 very wicked. Yeah, thick place. Very big place here. Just trying to show you interior, how it looks like. Mark you, there are some people who come and graze some sheep here, and therefore there is some kind of intrusion. But this one does not reduce the fact that there are some dangers which is being associated with these places. Also, I'm trying to avoid a scenario whereby I might find myself in danger. Therefore, I may not go very, very much interior. I may not go much interior. See, you see? Now these are now the that was the cliff I was telling you about. These are the wicket where these creatures do hide. The creatures, the hyenas. This is where they live. The land where they live. Like this wicket, like this wicket. This is where they make their dwelling place. This is where they hide. Like here, it was a kwale. The stone, the famous so-called mahiga darugo. Huko gunuko maumaga. Mahiga ma darugo. You see? Gurugata ici kundu ta kuria thiini, riu kundu ta kuria thiini ndungitonya. I can't go beyond this point at this juncture because it might be a little bit risky. And this is an escarpment. This is an escarpment where the stone were being extracted from. Zile colored stones are red za darugo. If you remember the famous darugo stones. This is where they were coming from. Now, where I'm standing, the point where I'm standing is opposite that road. Now, what do I mean by this? There is a road which is cutting from superhighway all the way to Gachororo. Yeah. Now, that road where it cuts, it moves from superhighway to Gachororo. It cuts this quarry into two. So the place where I am in, this was the former Kwale, and out of this Kwale, there was some kind of ditches which were left. So out of those ditches, Now that is where the hyenas are hiding. Like if you check, like here, this is completely a ditch which is made up of rocks, yeah, which was left. So this is a good breeding ground for the so-called the hyenas. And then now on the other side, there is the same activity like the one which took place here, which is going on. There is an active. Let me lift the camera, maybe you can see. The very far end. You can see even some lolly suko. That is an active quarry which is taking place. So it is not to say that these creatures, these animals, do not come where close to people. They do come. At our to a quarry, sometimes they have to close the job earlier for the sake of their own security. For the sake of their own security. That very fine. That's where we were. You requested for the images, for the pictures. Now I fulfill the promise. That very far end. Huko. You see, huko. These are open ditches which were left. Like if you look just huko chini, this is like a dam which is here, and then ni kama kuna forest, some kind of the forest, yeah. So it's a very big area. It's a very big area. All the way. Uko find. That is where hizo ditches ziko. Those are where the ditches are. Uko hitishikaraga. All the way uko na mugirora haria there, it's like there is a dam there. And then kuna kamsitu kako hapo. That kuna kamsitu kako hapo. So those are some of the grounds where which promoted the so-called the hyenas. Let me turn the camera. Maybe I can be able to zoom so that it can be clear. Uko hiki giothe ni githaka, iyote ni githaka. Hau hena gatemu. So koguo niguo hiti ciciaranagira guku. Kũu nĩkuo ciumaga. So that is the area where I was telling you. So guys, katima ka video kanene kama kanini guthondekete ndauga ndikire tondu I was heading somewhere, then I said because I'm just passing by, let me just stop and then I show you where I was telling you the danger was and the danger was happening. However, I want to say that after the incident, the KWS escalated their hunting on the same, and therefore even if there are some hyenas which are remaining, they are not as many as we may think of. Because after the incidents whereby people were put in danger, therefore the KWS escalated their hunting, and then they did capture several of them, and therefore at the moment we may not be having the big danger as per se. Yeah, these are forests. These are forests, total forests. You know? These are forests. You can see these are forests, very very big forests. Therefore, you also need to be very careful. Let me try to go down, hoping that it will not be risky on my part. Let me try to go down. I hope it would be risky. I hope it would be risky on my part. Oh my god. Just around. That's why I find that you cannot be able to see what I'm doing on the ground. Just around. And it is a very steep escarpment. I don't want to do any mistake here, otherwise I will be a victim. I will be a victim here. Oh my god. Aya. Nkugurukie. Kuni kuguruki no nyone ndaharurukite wa. Ndio niharurukite wa na guno. Was from there. Huko. Oh my god. What is going on? Ah! Eh? Ona. Ithaka-inĩ. Ithaka-inĩ. Nyuma wa igũrũ. Nyuma wa igũrũ. Oho. No nyuma. So can you let me get out of this thicket as fast as I can. Huh? Let me get out of this thicket as fast as I can, because now I'm now invading animals' territory. I'm also going to turn the camera so that you can see where I'm heading to. And also it can assist me in navigating, so that I don't concentrate on myself and then I lose, or I find myself endangering myself. Mark you, this place has also the Kenya been how do you call it? Developed by the Kenya Power. We also have the power lines here. githaka gitoru haria ni haronekana kwina barabara kana ni ya hiti kana ni ya andu. But here it seems also there are some kind of animal which come and graze at in this area. Oh my God. This is Gachororo, where the hyenas were doing the eating of people. So requested for the place. Now I have fulfilled the promise. I told you I'll come one day, and I have done so. Going back to where I started. And I'm back. So guys, konu ko hiti cia kigishe rangi. That is where the hyenas were. That is the place where the hyenas were, and therefore konu ko hiti cia, that's the place. So guys, I said I am going to show you the place. And therefore, having said that and having showed you, I don't have much more to say. So continue liking, continue sharing, continue putting the notification on, so that sometimes I might be going to some places without any program allocated, but I would suggest that I'll put the notification on, so that once I go live, at least you can be notified. Yeah, you can be notified. So guys, thank you very much for the support. Thank you guys very much for the liking, sharing, and having gone around and showing you the place. I think I don't have much to say. Just to wish you a very best afternoon, the night, the good morning, and the rest. Kama kwenyu ni usiku, good night. Kama kwenyu ni mchana, good day. Kama kwenyu ni afternoon, blessed afternoon. Therefore guys, bye bye.